I have a little video here from John Kerry, somebody I'm not a big fan of, and I thought maybe you'd be a good man to have on and refute this. Here's John Kerry.
If everybody does what they promised to do in Paris, we could actually hold the Earth's temperature to 1.8 degrees by 2050. The problem is we're not doing everything we promised to do, and we're still back in 2-point-something degrees, and that is absolutely catastrophic. So we must manage, we human beings must manage two crises at the same time.
Right.
Ukraine and climate.
Mark, would you mind taking that away, please?
All right, yeah, well, first we start with his premise. He actually believes, from attending all these UN meetings, and these are hand-picked scientists from around the world, if they don't toe the line, they're ejected. How do I know? What do I know about it? I did whole reports, collected 1,000 scientists' names. Many of them were former United Nations scientists who literally said the game is rigged, that this is a campaign cause, that these people the United Nations invite in, that John Kerry is quoting and listening to, are the ones who literally are told, toe the line or you won't be published, you won't be able to go to meetings, you're not going to be part of our little cabal. That's point one. The other point he mentioned was the 2-degree temperature. We know from the ClimateGate email leak that the 2-degree temperature goal touted by the United Nations, we must do X, Y, Z, decarbonize, cut down our emissions, or the Earth is going to heat by more than 2 degrees in 100 and 200 years, was literally pulled from thin air. That's what the lead United Nations scientist said privately in emails that were later made public. It's nothing more than a public relations campaign to get the public to essentially put a little skin in the game and make it sound like, you know, if you cut out that hamburger, if you sell your SUV, you can save the Earth by limiting the temperature to 2 degrees. But what John Kerry also said, and he didn't say it necessarily in that quote, is that even if the United States and the whole entire Western Europe zeroed out to nothing, we would have no impact on global emissions because China's building 1 coal plant a week, because Europe is going back to coal plants from Africa, because Russia is now, we're at the third, U.S. is at the third highest imports for Russian oil. We need energy, and the world cannot provide it from solar and wind. So everything John Kerry said was fraudulent, completely debunked, and you can actually have it debunked by fellow United Nations members and scientists by everything he said.
You like what you just saw? I know you did. Watch the whole thing. The whole thing's even better. It's an even bigger candy bar. Go download the First TV app right there in the App Store. Become a First TV supporter. Enjoy the whole show.